Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Thursday, January 8th, 2026. Finally, we're getting into a buy zone. Okay, we've got gold down $25 to 4,430. I think anywhere under 4,400 is a buy. We've got silver down another $3.48 to 74.66. I think anywhere between 75 and 70 is a buy. In the silver futures, March futures 74.72 versus 74.66, a little bit higher in the futures market. Gold silver ratio 59.27, and I think it sticks around 60 for a while. 10-year yield up 3 ticks to 4.175. We just had an economic release, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. The dollar, a little bit stronger today, 98.87. That's not helping gold and silver. Copper market down 3 cents to 5.84, but I will be accumulating more paper copper. Matter of fact, I'm messing around a lot with copper lately. I'll show you in a minute. Platinum down $67 to 2,186. I think around 2,200 is a fair price for platinum right here. If you're interested, if gold goes to 8,000, then platinum will probably go to 4,000. Gold miners down nearly 2% to 89.33 on the GDX. On the basket of silver miners, the SIL, that is down nearly 3% to 85.15. In the economic calendar, we just had initial jobless claims come out, and initial jobless claims were right about on target, and continuing claims were a little bit hotter. And it seemed to not help the 10-year bond yield. Where is that 10-year bond yield? Right there. Yeah, I don't think that helped the 10-year bond yield. More people out of work and long-term rates going up. Of course, we all think the Fed is going to continue to cut going forward. In the pre-market, we are back in the fear category on the Fear Greed Index at 44. Dow futures up 170, down 172. S&P down 8. And NASDAQ futures down 41. And I guess the market got a little ahead of itself the last few days. And before we get on to the deals, I'll show you what I have been up to. Let's see, this one would be, where is it here? Yeah, a little bit of work with the Devil Forge here. Just to show you this really quickly, I'm melting some copper scrap, and I plan on pouring some copper pyramids. Here is how that looks. Very simple setup on the Devil Forge. You steal the propane tank from your barbecue, you hook it up, and you drop your copper in there, and then pour it into ice to make shot. And then you won't be able to see the copper, but it melts pretty quickly in the Devil Forge. I could not melt it with a crucible. You just can't get up to that 2,000 Fahrenheit melting point. And then, let's see, where is my other? There it is. And there's some copper shot that I poured. And I'm working on some copper pyramids for channel members. Okay, let's get on to the deals. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome all new members, subscribers, and people just passing by. I am clicking on the website, bestsilvergolddeals.com. It's all totally free. And we're going to try to find the best deals everywhere on the internet, and I'll give you some tips and tricks along the way. Let's get going if you're buying today. Don't forget your Rakuten bonus, $50 cash back when you spend $50. And but you do have to click that link on Rakuten to make that kick in on something you're buying, from dog food to computers to shoes. You get discounts, cash back on everything. Great website, and I've accrued well over $1,000 using this website over time. Let's see, I'm going to skip the ratios this morning and go right to the 1/10 ounce gold eagle. Everything a little cheaper today, $4.84 over at Provident Metals. That would be brilliant uncirculated. A gold maple is going to be $4.89 at bullion exchanges. Get the eagle. A ducat 0.1106 of foreign gold. Now, I hear a lot of channels saying that people are turning to silver away from gold because it's so expensive. And I find that comment to be so stupid. because you can buy fractional gold without the high premiums if you turn to foreign gold. So here's an example, and I'm not saying it's at spot, but if you look at foreign fractional gold, you'll be able to get a much better deal than those fractional gold eagles. There is more to the gold world than just gold eagles. Let's move on to a quarter ounce gold eagle, but I know that's what you want. 1,163 at Monument Metals. Here is another choice of quarter ounce gold at 1,131. That would be about a 4,500 and change, and they're all sovereign gold coins. That's at Monument Metals. Not a bad price there. I do suggest that for you new people that are in here for the silver, get a little gold in your stack. There will be days that you are glad you have gold. The sovereign's a pretty good price as well. The $5 commemoratives just got more expensive. You guys cleaned out the last deal at spot. 1,086 for a 0.2419 ounce of U.S. sovereign gold. You don't have to buy a quarter ounce gold eagle. You could buy one of these over at Provident. Let's keep going here to a 1 ounce gold eagle at Safe Haven Metals. That's going to be... We are going to wait for the slowest website on earth. There we go, 45.90 for a 1 ounce gold eagle, and a buffalo is now 46.10 at Monument Metals. Moving on, let's get all the way through this. A Krugerrand, if you want to buy an ounce of gold, here's another cheap way to buy gold. 44.69 over at Safe Haven Metals. We'll get gold cheaper on Costco in a minute. Let's get going here. And a 20 franc is another good fractional foreign gold coin. Nothing wrong with foreign gold unless you're really, really concerned about tax consequences and LCS reporting for large quantities. Okay, we'll just hit a platinum coin here really quickly. 1 ounce platinum maple, 2,331 at Golden Eagle. That doesn't sound much cheaper, does it? Let's do a silver eagle, and you're going to pay up for these, and I'm not happy with the premiums that the dealers are charging. They're capitalizing on FOMO, which appears to be real. Both for the little guys, and some heavy hitters are swooping in and buying a lot of silver. So I have no doubt there are people selling, well, certainly selling at 82 or 79. You know, I think that there are both small buyers swamping the dealers, and from time to time there are very large buyers. That is to be considered. That's why a silver eagle is $81, and they probably won't make enough of them this year. If you want to pick up the culls, you can get those for $79 over at Bullion Express, $78.92 at the moment, and nothing wrong with a cull eagle either if you want to save $3 or $4, but you'll lose a couple bucks when you sell it back. I've moved my light back on to green with caution here. As I said, we are under 75. I think we could travel anywhere between 70 and 75. I think you could be accumulating in here, and gold under 4,400 would be an excellent choice in my opinion as well, expecting a GSR of about 60 to hold. Let's keep going here. And in terms of the articles, I'd like to refer you to Glenn over here. He's given some good thoughts. He's a good old boy, and he has some practical thinking about some practical things. Rather than getting all jacked up and glazed over and expecting $1,000 silver, I think you ought to listen to people like him. And what he's talking about here is how the thing that I've been saying for months and months, I think I might have been the first one to say it when I did a video where I said I finally figured it out. Industry was sucking up all of our silver. Okay, that was what was happening. Retail buyers didn't want it at 35, 40 bucks. The hobby was dead, etc. But industry was acquiring it. And he's talking here about the amount of silver in stacker hands and how stackers will be giving up their stacks at a price. And where that price is, you can listen to his thoughts. And when do the big boys jump in? And that is a whole different conversation. But It's just worth considering. I believe there is something in the neighborhood of 1.1 trillion ounces of silver in the hands of private individuals. That's enough to move a market, and at a price that will continue to flow back to the refiners. Where they can turn it into 1,000-ounce bars and sell it to Samsung. Okay, so give Glenn a chance here. I think he'll impress you. Silver maple. We got a silver maple over at Safe Haven Metals. Hippity hop. Let's see, 80.88. I don't like that price. How about a kangaroo? Kangaroo at Safe Haven is going to be 79.31, a little bit better. And what else was cheap? Was it a Britannia? I don't think so. Britannia is 79.43, but I don't like those prices. We can find those cheaper on every day of the week. If you're paying up for Silver Eagles, you might as well buy a few 5-ounce Libertads. They're about the same price, $4.10 for a 5-ounce lib at Pimbex. If you like fancy silver in your stack, and it travels on a different path than bullion. Over at Costco, they've had a lot of stuff up lately. Hopefully they dropped their prices this morning. And we've got a gold bar. No, these prices look the same. $45.29. Use your Executive Club membership and a 2% rebate Visa. Get 4% off that. You'll be under spot on a PAMP bar. I also like they got a silver bar up. I like the 25-gram packs, very near spot. That's an excellent choice as well. And for silver bars, we're at 85 an ounce. You take 4% off of that, you would be at 82. That's too expensive. What are they thinking? What happened to your silver, Costco? And you got to get a horse bar to boot. Horse bars don't do well in the aftermarket, just so you know. Okay, well, it's the gold today at Costco, and that's what I'm talking about. The junk is still too expensive, even over at Golden Eagle, the cheapest you can find online. 51.7 for junk is not enough of a discount. Much cheaper on eBay. Let's keep going. 1-ounce rounds, 77.36 is not too bad at Golden Eagle. Maybe cheaper on eBay. Let's go on to a kilo. A kilo is too expensive at Monument Metals at $24.87. Boo, hiss. But yet when you want to sell it back to them, here, let me show you really quickly. Let's do JM Bullion. They buy a lot of silver from the market. Look what they're paying for a kilo. 100 ounce, 10 ounce, kilo, $21.48. Okay, and for sale at $24.87. That's a $350 spread on your buy-sell for kilos. They are charging too much for the kilos or paying too little when you sell it. So you got to find a different place to sell if you're going to buy a kilo, and I would not buy this one at 3 over spot. If you're having FOMO, that is not the thing to buy. You may want to consider shot. Here's a link for that as well. 100-ounce bars, a little cheaper at $77.06 at Safe Haven Metals, with silver in the 74s at the moment. Let's move on. The U.S. Mint has got some good stuff happening. You guys know all about that. Now we're on eBay. You may want to pick up a pocket pinger if you're going to garage sales and you want to test that Morgan silver dollar. One of the most beautiful sounding coins on the pocket pinger you could ever hear is that of a Morgan silver dollar or a peace dollar. Let's move on to Silver Eagles. Silver Eagles are going to be, and they're not giving these away lately. Why are rims coming up? Boy, they got me nailed. They knew I was looking for rims. That is scary, isn't it? The way the internet triangulates you and figures, what you want, and how does eBay talk to Google, and how does Google know that I went to the tire shop, and so forth. Scary times. Keep your transactions in cash if you can, guys. Let's see. We got 2011 Silver Eagles for $16.61. Let's check out. Now, we don't buy from zero feedback sellers. We don't buy from small sellers. But we do buy from large sellers with 100% feedback, and usually we expect the best from them. They're not, what do we got? A little bit of spotting. Are they all the same date? Yeah, they're all the same date. They all came out of the same tube. They look pretty fair there. 1656. We'll do the math really quickly here. 1656 divided by 20. Your first price is going to be 82.8 times 0.97 with a good 3% rebate credit card. Links on my website. 80.31 for a Silver Eagle. Over at the Delio, they were charging, well, that was about the price for a cull. Let me just do this one more time because I actually do forget. Was it 82 for an Eagle? Best price on a BU Eagle in a tube of 20 is going to be... Now, this is goofy as heck. They have tubes of 25. I just don't get that. Safe Haven is still pretty wet behind the ears, in my opinion. 80.54 for 25 Eagles, and the price we just got was 80.31. Oh, we're only saving 30 cents. Okay, strike out again on Eagles. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I know you want Eagles. How about in a large lot? A large lot of Eagles, 82. Those would be about 79. Let's see. This is big seller, good feedback, and those are Eagles, and they look to be random year. These are nice Eagles with this tape on it. I don't know, first mint. I don't know. I got a bunch with that particular seal on them. They've always been nice. I'm not sure who the heck makes those. Anyway, 81.91, and I hope you have a bunch of Eagles too. Don't let them go cheap. 81.91 per Eagle times 0.97. Okay, now we're going to do a little better. 79.45 dealer price. 80.4. Okay, if you're going to buy a lot of Silver Eagles, save the dollar. Every dollar matters. And that would be that one right there from a good seller. He's only got one lot of 100 left. But that's $7 over. Well, that's like $5 over spot. You have to decide if that's worth it to you or not if you didn't heed my advice. And now you know why you have Eagles in your stack if you're going to sell them. And I was, selling a little bit at 82. I mean, gee, many Christmas. Who wouldn't sell a little bit at 82? They're paying very close to spot for Eagles and $5 to $7 back for Buffaloes. That's why you have Eagles in your stack, guys. That's why you have junk in your stack. Right now it's very cheap, but someday it will not be very cheap. Then you sell your junk. When the Eagle premiums go to $5 over spot for the buyback price, then you sell your Eagles and convert to gold or convert to 100-ounce bars or whatever. You play the moves here if you want to exponentially increase the size of your stack. Let's see, and we're going to do the rotation here. Okay, these are each tubes of 25. Maples, 2000-056. Britannia's trying to beat 2000-056. We did not. Trying to beat 2000-056 on Maples, the number 2 coin in the world. 2000-054. We got a tube of Kangaroos. 2000-054. Can we do any better with Krugerrands? 2100. No, 2000-054 is the winner. 2000-054 on the cheat sheet. Ooh, look, we went all the way back to the top of my cheat sheet. Is going to be 79.50 for Maples. Let's go back and find those Maples. There they are. Make sure it's a reasonable seller. That's a good seller, good feedback. These Maples are 2026, brand spanking new with Shield Guard. Great alternative to a Silver Eagle. They won't garner the same premiums, but they will be the number 2 appreciating coin in the world when the Eagles appreciate even more than they already have. That is an okay deal for $2,000. Also over your California sales tax limit. All right, we did good. Let's find some junk. Come on, Grandpa, cough it up. Let's see. Here is we want $10 face because it absorbs the shipping cost for the seller and the buyer. $5. There's those rims again. Gosh. Let's see. What do we got here? We got a big old lot of quarters. They look authentic. 52.3 gets you out the door at 50.8. The dealer was charging. Where's my junk? The dealer is charging 51.7. You're going to save $1 to $1.50 melt by picking up this eBay deal. Oopsie. Right there. Not as cheap as it was a few days ago. but spot has been dropping. Let's see, 54.2, 52.4. No, only one great deal here. That's the first one. Let's try it for a larger lot of junk. Where's my large lot? Small lot, large lot. Here we go. How about for a whole bunch of junk? $50? No, that would put you at 60 times face. $100 face. 51 times face. It's a mixed bag. Well, it's the only cheap deal here. Let's take a good look. Big seller, good feedback. Only one picture. Let's get a good look at it. We got some really beat up quarters. We got some slick standing liberties. Some slick old quarters. That's going to be a mixed bag of different stuff. Don't get too excited about worn out Mercs and so forth, and damaged quarters. Look at the rims on those things. I'm going to call that impaired at 51. You get it out the door at 49 times face, but I think that's going to be, if you take that to your LCS, he'll probably weigh it. So it's a good deal, but not the best quality. Next up is 53 times face. No. How about 40%? No, I'm going to skip the 40%. I can't do the math. 20 Cull Morgans gives you $20 face, not 10. We want 20. I don't know why. I just would prefer 20. Roll of 20 Cull Morgans. They are going to be 65 each, about 63 out the door for Cull Morgans. Maybe they'd be cheaper at your LCS. There's another thing. Well, 1,300 beats the dealer by $30. Okay, I don't know. Let's move on. And what else we got? Let's see if we can beat $3 over spot on a kilo. Not a half kilo. We want a whole kilo. 23.75. That's a half kilo. Look at that. The half kilo selling for the same price as a full kilo. Who in the world is going to buy that? Acarana. It's a vintage kilo. Wow, pricey. 25.71 out the door would be, let's see, that would be $75 off. Would put you at 2,500. What's 2,500 out the door? Divided by 32.15. 77.70. Oh no, still $2 to $3 over spot. You might as well pick up the pretty Scottsdale bar here if you're going to pay that much. So here, if you want a kilo, here you can get a very pretty Scottsdale bar for $1 less than the dealer is charging after your 3% rebate. Let's go on to well, we can take a look at vintage. Why don't we just roll it? Let's just roll this thing and see what we can find for $700. What do we got here? That's a 5 ounce. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. K and FS. Oh, that's a beautiful, but that's only 3 ounce. Let's get you a 10 ounces, huh? What do you say? See, I don't think they're selling much of the vintage. What's all these 5 ounce bars? Oh, I got to get up over 800. Let's see, $8.99 for a 5. Here's a 10.2, $9.39. How cheap can we get a 10 ounce vintage bar? Mataron, $9.29. Gotta find a 10 ounce bar. Here is a HTF bar, $8.75. Let's take a look at that. Oh, Duro. Okay, there's a vintage bar for you. That's one of those extruded machined bars. That's pretty cool. $8.75. So and you'll get that out the door at around 86. Well, you're paying up a little bit for that. I don't know. Let's get off of that. How about a Kilo Kook? Kilo Kook is going as cheap as $28.60. No picture from a big. Oh, there it is. This is a 2015 Kilo Kook or Kulo Keek, and that is going to be $28.60. I'll let you do the math on that one. Let's do a tuba kooks. Tuba kooks are going to be, don't click it twice, click the wrong thing. Tuba kooks, which is a good coin. Those are going to be 90, 85, 90. No. Let's go ahead and do silver rounds, 1 ounce rounds. Give me something good here. 78.44 on this one. You're going to take $200 off. You'd be at 76.44. Put you at $2 over spot instead of 3 and change for that Warrior Hannibal bar right there. Round. You got a lot of choices there, and the Buffaloes are more expensive than the rounds. You can decide if you want that or not. Small lot of rounds as cheap as... No, I'm not buying my wife a diamond necklace. If you're buying diamonds, you are out of your friggin' mind. I don't know who told you to do that, but stay away from diamonds, guys. Gold, buy gold. Here we got 1560. That would be 75, 78. Well, let me do the math on that. That's not too bad for a small roll. 1560 divided by 20. Is that 78? Yeah. Times 0.97 with those good credit cards. 75.66. Compare that to the dealer price of rounds. 75.66 on that lot right there compared to the cheapest price I can find anywhere. Oh God, what did I do this for? That's a starter pack. I'm assuming you can't get the starter pack. 1 ounce rounds. Here we go. 1 ounce round, 77.31. Now there is a good deal here that you do want to pick up. This one here, while it's still in stock, this is going to disappear quickly. And you don't have to use up your credit card rebates. Oh, it went out of stock. So anyway, this one's gone now. I've been telling you about that for days. Now it's gone. But anyway, if you want 1 ounce rounds, that one right there, that's Hannibal. Same price for Joan of Arc. Same price for, varied condition lot. A little bit more for these, but you know, if you pick up some trade units or something, you might be happy with that lot. But these are going to be uncirculated, I believe. The second one here will be circulated. And then if you want to go to the next best thing above 1574, you get Buffaloes for 1588. Direct from Pinehurst, you're getting Cuse Indians for 50. A lot of good deals on the 1 ounce rounds this morning. So pick your poison if you're buying here. Hopefully we can get down, you know, even below 74. Silver shot, which I would say is a pretty good thing to shot, 1558 for 20 ounces, and then minus 3%, and you'll have something you could actually stack. Believe it or not, dealers pay well for it. 100 ounce bar. Did I already do these? I don't recall. Got to get up over. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Ooh, come on, give me something good. Right there, 77.97. Out the door would be 75.97, about a buck and change over spot. You beat the dealer on that. I would get the Johnson Matthey before the Asahi. You beat the dealer on that. I would get the Engelhard before I'd get the Asahi. Beat the dealer on that one. There's a nice looking Engelhard. Oh, that's random. What the hell is this? Apmex 100 ounce bar. Not bad looking. $8,000. And another Engelhard. Oh, there's a Scottsdale bar. Oh, 80.57. Now, if you were, 80.57, the math on that is going to take you to $78. But I think it's the same price over at the dealer for a beat up old bar. Might as well get a fancy bar. And did you know that Scottsdale pays more for their silver when you sell it back to them? They are super slow to respond right now, so I'm a little disappointed in them. But they pay well for silver, and they pay even better for their own silver. Consider your buy-sell spread before you buy. These are the kind of days I love where spot is crashing and we can find some good premiums. Good by I mean low. That makes a lot of sense in the silver category especially. Let's do a 1/10 gold eagle. 1/10 gold eagle as cheap as $4.93 minus 3%. would put you at about 480. I think that may be a push with the dealer. Let's go to the quarter ounce gold eagle. They don't give these away lately. We were scoring home runs on these, though, for a long time. I don't want anything with a hole in it. I certainly don't want a Liberty head thinking that it's an eagle. Here is a, oh, there's an actual 250 eagle. There's not much gold in that. I'll skip that. A lot of people collect those Indians. If you can get those for near spot, you are hitting a home run. Gold-plated eagle. No, thank you. Where are the damn eagles? I guess I got to pay a little more, huh? All right, we got the gold nugget coin here for $11.92. Not too bad. Here are some cull eagles for $11.96. Is that worth it? Let's do the math on that. 1196 times 0.97. Those good credit cards. You'll be at $11.60. BU Gold Eagle, and I'm comparing apples to oranges here to make a point. A BU quarter ounce Gold Eagle is $11.62. What was the price here? Oh, hell. Man, that is strike out big time on that one. Oh, no good, no good, no good, no good, no good. Well, if that's the best you can do, cram it. Let's go on to a half-ounce Gold Eagle. Half-ounce Gold Eagle. Why are they not selling their Gold Eagles anymore? Everybody sold? 2350. Oops. 2354 for 2351 for Proof Gold Eagle. I think I've showed you this for a couple of days. 2351. Where's all the good gold, guys? Times 0.97. Half-ounce Gold Eagle, 2280. At the dealer, it is... Come on, Safe Haven. You can do it. $22.98 versus the price on that proof in the slab. $22.80. Well, I'd get the proof in the slab over a BU. So there you go. You save a couple of bucks. And don't buy slabbed coins, guys. Just don't buy slabbed coins, okay? Just don't do it. How about the big proof gold set, 1.85 ounces? This one goes off in 4 days. Here it is, a buy it now, 85.87. Okay, let's shoot on this one, 85.87 times 0.97. You're going to need your PayPal card on this. Don't max out your American Express Everyday Cash. 83.29. Divide by 1.85. You get the melt on this set. The melt is 45.02. That's a great price. That's a great price right there. And the fractionals carry a higher buyback premium or a higher retail premium as well than the full ounce. So 4,500 melt on the big proof gold set. You heavy hitters, yeah, I suggest you pick that up, as I have been doing since they were $6,000. Maybe you want to sell some silver and trade into some gold. So, if you can get near spot for some silver and you want to trade into gold, here's one way to do it. Nice gold, U.S. gold, sovereign proof gold in the OGP. That'd be a nice trade. Now, finding a dealer that will pay you melt for your silver depends on what kind of silver you have. Okay, let's keep going here. How about a Buffy? A Buffy can be had on eBay for $47.12, about $45.70. Well, that'll beat the dealer on a Buffy. Okay, if you're going first class. And $5 commemorative. Let's see, $11.06. Is that in stock? That is in stock. Good seller, $11.06. Do the math on that. 1106. You can stack these guys. Divided by 0.2419. And then 45.72 times 0.97 with your credit card. Your melt price on U.S. sovereign fractional gold is $44.34. Give me a friggin' break. He's only got one left. Give me a break. That's so good. Stack these in tubes. You will be happy with that form of gold, U.S. sovereign gold, as opposed to the highly priced fractional gold eagles, where you'll pay 10% over, and the dealer will give you spot when you bring it in. Your buy-sell spread on those is absolutely horrible. Stack the $5 commemoratives instead. And there's my eBay store, some bars I pour. And like I said, I'm working on some copper right now. There's Precious Metals Verifier. You might want one of those. You may want a vacuum sealer. No, you need a vacuum sealer. You're going to buy those 5-ounce Libertads and watch them tarnish over 5 years. Vacuum seal your silver, guys. And there's that Devil Forge I was showing you. It works like a charm. They cost like $100. They're so cheap. The Amex card, highly recommend. The PayPal card, these links will get you to those websites, and you can go ahead and pick up those 3% rebates when you check out through PayPal. I like the Capital One cards. The Saver is my new favorite card, 3% at the grocery store. Monetary metals, if gold gets below 4,400, write these guys a check, and you'll have gold earning money in gold, on gold, over time. I showed you the math on that a few weeks ago. It is a very impressive way to invest in gold. Not really gold stacking, okay? Not completely gold stacking. It's not GLD either. It's way, way better than GLD. So consider this. Click my link here, and then I'll get credit for that. Thank you very much. Picks of the day, we're going to skip them, and don't forget your nickels. Thank you for the cups of coffee. Thank you for joining the channel membership. And let me know if anybody wants copper. You guys want some copper bars? I don't know. It's a big pain in the ass. I'll tell you what. It ain't hardly worth your time to pour copper, but you guys want it? I'll do it. Okay, that's all I have for you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thanks for subscribing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and good luck snatching a deal today. Bye now.